Imagine standing at the base of a mountain. A mountain so dangerous, so unforgiving, that climbers around the world fear even saying its name. A mountain where one wrong step, one small mistake, one sudden storm, can kill you in seconds. No mercy, no second chances, no escape. Now imagine climbing that mountain, knowing something terrifying. For every 4 people who reach the top, 1 never comes back down. Think about that. People spend years training. They sacrifice everything. Their money, their bodies, sometimes even their families, just for one chance to stand on the summit. And yet, many never return. Because this is not just another mountain. This is K2, the deadliest mountain on Earth. Some call Mount Everest the ultimate challenge. And yes, Everest is taller. Everest is famous. Everest attracts thousands of climbers. But among elite mountaineers, there is one mountain they truly fear. K2. A mountain so brutal that even experienced climbers call it the Savage Mountain. And once you understand why, you'll never look at mountains the same way again. K2 stands on the border of Pakistan and China, rising 8,611 meters into the sky. That's more than 28,000 feet. It is the second highest mountain on Earth, second only to Mount Everest. But height doesn't tell the full story, because K2 is far more dangerous than Everest. The slopes are steeper. The weather is worse. The climbing routes are deadlier. And rescue? Almost impossible. If something goes wrong on K2, you are mostly on your own. Helicopters struggle at that altitude. Weather changes instantly. And nature doesn't care who you are. Beginner, expert, legend. K2 kills without discrimination. That is why climbers call it the Mountain of No Mercy. Even reaching K2 is an adventure. Unlike Everest, there are no luxury base camps, no easy roads, no comfortable access. To reach K2, climbers first travel through some of the harshest terrain on Earth. Days of trekking, through glaciers, through freezing winds, through rocky valleys where even breathing feels exhausting. By the time they reach base camp, their real suffering hasn't even started. Because above them, standing like a frozen giant, is K2. Silent, massive, terrifying, and beautiful. Beautiful in the way a storm can be beautiful. Beautiful in the way fire can be beautiful. Something breathtaking, yet deadly. The first serious attempts to climb K2 began over a century ago. Many tried. Many failed. Some never returned. The mountain quickly earned a terrifying reputation. It wasn't just difficult. It felt hostile. Almost alive. As if the mountain didn't want humans there. Then came 1954. After decades of failed attempts, 2 climbers finally reached the summit. Humanity had conquered K2. Or so it seemed. But reaching the summit was never the real battle. Coming down, that's where K2 becomes truly terrifying. Because most deaths on K2 happen during descent. Why? Because by then, your body is broken. Your energy is gone. Your focus disappears. And one mistake, one single mistake, can send you thousands of feet down. Imagine climbing at extreme altitude. The air contains far less oxygen. Every breath feels weak. Every step feels heavy. Your brain slows down. Your muscles burn. Simple decisions become difficult. Even clipping a rope can feel exhausting. Now add freezing winds, -40-degree temperatures, ice walls, avalanche danger, and exhaustion. That is K2. There is one section climbers fear more than anything. A section called the Bottleneck. Even the name sounds dangerous. And it is. The Bottleneck is a narrow passage near the summit. Steep, icy, brutal. Above it hangs massive unstable ice. At any moment, that ice can collapse. And if it does, there is almost nowhere to run. Imagine climbing directly beneath a frozen wall, knowing thousands of tons of ice hang above your head, knowing that if it breaks, you die. Yet climbers still move forward, step by step. Ice axe, rope, breath, step, breath, step. Because the summit is close. So close. And that's what makes K2 even more dangerous. It tricks you. It whispers. You're almost there. Just a little more. Keep going. But K2 has a dark history. A history written in ice, snow, and human tragedy. Over the years, it has taken the lives of many climbers. Some were beginners. Many were world-class professionals. People with years of experience. People who had already conquered massive peaks. K2 didn't care. Then came 2008. A year that would become one of the darkest in mountaineering history. Multiple climbers from different countries were attempting the summit. The weather looked promising. The summit window was open. Everyone wanted their chance. They climbed higher and higher, closer to the top, closer to glory, closer to disaster. Then, everything changed. High above the Bottleneck, a massive block of ice broke loose. Without warning, it crashed down the mountain. Ropes were destroyed. The route was cut off. Chaos erupted. Climbers became trapped. Some were stranded above the death zone. Others fell into darkness. Some disappeared forever. In just hours, K2 turned triumph into horror. 11 climbers died. 11. One of the deadliest days in climbing history. Families waited for calls that never came. Friends prayed for miracles that never arrived. And once again, K2 reminded the world why it is feared. Because on this mountain, the summit means nothing if you cannot come back alive. If you enjoyed this documentary and want more unbelievable mysteries, disasters, survival stories, and true events from around the world, make sure to like this video, subscribe to Veridox Media, and turn on notifications, because our next story might be even more shocking. Thanks for watching.